Today has been, I guess, a better day than yesterday. Not that yesterday was a shitty day, but yesterday, energies are really heavy for me. And, you know, I was letting myself get swallowed by it a little bit, and then I was like, Jazmine, what the fuck are you doing? Call your power back now. So I did. Yeah, so when I'm feeling like I'm carrying on to some heaviness that's not mine and I need to call my power back, something I do that always seems to work for me, at least on a micro level, if not at a macro level, is I close my eyes and I state, either in my mind or out loud, I call all my power back to me now. And I say it a couple of different times. And then I also envision doing like a mini cord cutting or unplugging of anything that may be plugged into me, like an actual electric cord, like plop, 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 all the unplugging. And then like a sweep like this. Usually when I'm done, I'll feel like this big feeling in my body. Kind of, that's my sign that I did it and it's done and I'm good. So that's something that takes like no longer than like maybe 3 minutes. And you don't have to do what I do, but if you can find something that works for you that quick, use it, because there's too much bullshit flying around. Kind of like my bangs right now. Like what's going on here? Right now, I'm gonna pick some of the jewelry that I'm gonna wear, and I'm gonna show you where I keep that. So some of you may have already seen this from a previous video where I was talking about where I keep my spiritual jewelry and how I cleanse it. All the jewelry that has significance for me or that I have charmed. And I keep tons of different crystals in here. The selenite heart, oh, this is one of my favorite babies. When I was learning to ground, this is what helped me. Then I have like selenite wands. I have charms that carry significance for me. I have obviously crystal bracelets, you know, one of my favorites, Dalmatian jasper. I have my carnelian, my lava stone bracelet with a little bit of tiger's eye. I love wearing this one to work out. My malojo bracelet, but in black, because she loves the black. And back then when I purchased this, it was like, I hate red phase, which is funny when you look at my hair. And this is the OG. This is probably one of the first bracelets I ever purchased. I have restrung this like 3 times and added my own beads. But yeah, this is one of the OGs right here. It's getting stretched out again. This is my seminario. 7 bracelets, silver bracelets. It's typically a gift that's given to Mexican girls. My grandmother gave this to me for my 15th birthday, my quinceañera, which I never had. But anyways, Botswana agates. I have some lapis lazuli. I have some rainbow fluorite. I have some, this is rainbow fluorite, but I know I have amethyst hearts in here. But anyways, this is where I keep it. And I place it in here to recharge and cool down. I also have different mixtures of sprays that I use to spray on the jewelry to keep it cleansed and charged, depending on what my purpose is. And then I also have some other oils. These are witch-made oils, and then this one is just one I got off Amazon because I love the smell of jasmine and honeysuckle. But if we're talking about scents, my signature scent usually has something to do with rose, which goes to the next item I wanted to show you. And that's this bad boy. And this I use to seal my makeup, aka protect and seal my intentions of the makeup. But at the end of the day, if you're just trying to be more witchy, all you gotta do is just set intentions before shit that you do. And I'm not saying for every little thing you do, you have to set an intention, but play around with setting intentions around different areas of your life, different times of the day, and different things that you do, and you'll find what gives you the most, and then do that. But this is how I use the Rose Hydrosol. So my makeup's done, like I said, and then I just spray it all over my face, sort of like a setting spray, but this is not that exactly. Like there's nothing in this but the hydrosol. Ugh, it's so calming. It's so amazing and beautiful. I'm gonna go to the gym with only one half of my nails done. That was legit like one of the hardest cardio sessions. Eyelashes coming off. I knew I shouldn't have used that liner glue bullshit, and then it started coming onto my eye shadow too. So that was trash. But on that, makeup still looks decent. That wasn't the point though. I just wanted to talk about this cardio session. I know it also felt like ass, or that it like makes sense because my recovery score today was 70%, and usually it stays in the 90s because I allow my body to sleep. So as you saw earlier, lashes did not make it. They had to go. That's what I get for using something that is not weave glue, which is what I usually use to keep my lashes on. But, oh, and I finished my nails finally. I realized it's already the end of April, and it's time to make a new workout program. And this is the first time that I created my own program and stuck to a workout calendar for an entire month in a really long, like I can't even remember when was the last time I did it. I'm pretty sure that I did it when I was like at the peak of like my fitness, which was when I was like in my early to mid 20s. But yeah, the consistency is consistencying, which is obviously very, very good. And it's great news because there's so many other things that I'm trying to continue to bring forth, and they require a lot of attention. And I guess I'm just having like a proud moment, but I also sat down to create the calendar for next month because I just didn't want to add another thing to my to-do list when I have the time to do it right now. But I have to hop in the shower, take off my makeup, you know, get clean or whatever, and then get my ass to bed. I am gonna do a bath. Me taking care of my body by offering it something that's going to help it feel better and also prepare it for what I am going to be putting it through is an act of self-love and an act of respect. You can add correspondences like crystals, candles, herbs, the like. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm going to say it again because I'm not a newbie to this. So it's not like I ever really left. And that's what makes this consistency thing such a big deal, because my consistency before was never a week without working out. But it was, other than that being the criteria, it was very erratic. There were some weeks where I would work out 3 to 4 times lifting weights, no cardio. There were some weeks where I would do cardio or dance or running, but no lifting. Like there was always something going on, but it was very all over the place. And that's okay, because if that's all you can do, then it's better than not doing anything. That's the way that I would try to like coach myself so that I wouldn't be so hard on myself, because I was already so hard on myself as it was with other things in life, that it gets to the point where you need to find out where you're going to focus and where you're going to pause before reaching that burnout. I'm sure you guys know this, but it took me a really long time to want to let that go. Like I was just really stubborn and wanted to make everything work, because to me it's like, well, why can't I? Clearly, if I can't, it's because there's a fault in me. You know, I had a lot of that going on. Just in case you didn't pick that up from any of the other clips or things that I've shared about how I was, and I'm also trying to grow out of, it was very much like, it's always my fault. It's because I'm inadequate in some way. And, you know, shit like that. But I was debating on whether I should show you how I create my program. I don't know. I'll sit on that for a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to share a few thoughts. And I need to sleep as much as possible because tomorrow is going to be heavy, well, heavy for me. Deadlifts, maybe squats, depending on how my back feels because my back is sore. Feeling a little rough, a little run down. This was a coffee boba with 2 shots of espresso. I didn't completely finish it, but that espresso was enough to like make me feel somewhat alive. However, to do the things we're gonna do today, I'm still gonna half scoop this. Last time you saw me half scoop this, I didn't even feel it. And that's not necessarily concerning, but it's telling me that I'm gonna need more caffeine than I'm used to because my tolerance is increasing. And also I'm getting to the point where I need to do a deload week, which I can get into detail about at a later time. But yeah, we're about to hit legs. Okay, here you see me gearing up with knee sleeves, and this is just to make sure that my knees are feeling nice and warm when I get to my heavy squat sets. And I actually was able to hit new numbers on this squat and deadlift session that you're about to see, which is great because I remember I was hitting pretty decent numbers 2 weeks ago. And in the last video you saw, which is a week before this, I wasn't disappointed, but I just couldn't go heavier. But here it goes to show you that there are going to be some weeks where you're just not as strong and some weeks where you really shock yourself. And this was a very good week for me. And I didn't think that I was going to be squatting 225 pounds this fast. I have done it in the past for more reps than you see me doing here. But because I was working back to get my strength up again, I just didn't know what the pace was going to look like. And I was able to hit a new heavy set for both the squat and the deadlifts. Right here, you're going to see me do a ladder going up in weight. This was not planned. It just felt so easy and the weight was flying up. So I just kept adding weight to the end of the bar as I could best estimate my ability. And then you're going to see me hit my max deadlift right here. This is 275 pounds, I believe. Yeah, that's what it is. So those clips that you just saw was me trying to go out with a bang on that whole first month of adhering to that training. I knew it was going to be the session that I was going to try to go as heavy as possible. That double espresso and that pre-workout really helped me get through that because I was starting to feel tired. And the strength was there, even if I was tired, which was beautiful because I was able to supersede my squats and my deadlifts from the previous week by quite a bit. And the reason I was also able to make those jumps isn't because like that's how fast people should expect to progress. I mean, some people may, but like for me personally, I've been really fighting and scraping for just a couple pounds here and there for a really long time. So you see this huge jump in improvement from one week to another, but that's because I'm just working my way back up to my max strength. So even though I was able to hit these personal bests in this training block that I'm doing, it's not an all-time personal best. These are numbers that I've hit in the past before and done with more reps. That's why I knew that psychologically I could do it. I just didn't know if my body was going to be on the same plan as me, and luckily it was. So next week will be a deload week, which means I will be resting more days than I typically would. And when I do hit the gym, I'm going to be going lighter in weight and lessening the volume, which means I'll be doing less reps or sets. This is to be able to give my body a nice rest so that we can go hard again the week that follows that and start a new training block where I will be strategically placing specific workouts and weight loads based on the percentages of my new rep maxes that I just showed you. And the point of this is that at the end of this block, or maybe the one after that, I will be able to hit another personal best. But I'm really excited for what's to come. I'm glad that my strength is now somewhere that I don't feel like I'm chasing my strength anymore, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But it is also going to get a bit hectic and crazier as we continue to prepare for this market that's coming up. But that's it. So thanks for watching and see you on the next one.